Comedy is back in 2025, a genre that was long thought dead. We had our spoof movie with The Naked Gun a couple months ago, and now we have our slightly sappy comedy drama, but not like one of those dramas that's like slightly comedy. It's like 60% overt comedy, 40% drama. You know, the old Adam Sandler split from the early 2000s.
Yep.
Comedy has returned since now studios need to do cheap movies to subsidize all of their very expensive movies. And the fact that those expensive movies don't make any money. So we got Good Fortune. Aiden, what is the plot of Good Fortune?
Good Fortune is Freaky Friday. Aziz Ansari is a homeless guy doing odd jobs for money, and he's visited by Keanu Reeves, his guardian angel, who swaps his life with his douchey tech bro kind of employer, played by
Seth Rogen.
I almost called him Jonah Hill. And
There's a toss up for a second between the. I mean, the two did act in the same movies at the time. They're both like interchangeable chubby guy.
Yeah. And then, it's kind of a Wonderful Life. Not really a Wonderful Life, but
Christmas Carol sort of for a
Christmas
minute
Carol, where Aziz Ansari has to realize that his life isn't as bad as he thought.
It's a Wonderful Life.
And Jonah Hill. Seth Rogen has to learn how hard the regular people have it. Connor, what'd you think of Good Fortune?
I thought it was decent. It was it's nice getting a comedy, and it's one of those comedy dramas where it's not entirely satisfying as either, but it's also just like an easy watch. It's hard to really make it offensive, assuming that some of the jokes land and the characters are okay enough. And that is what this movie is. It has okay characters and some okay humor. There's some parts that are really funny, like when they were making fun of Amazon. It does kind of feel like a Hulu movie or something that came to the big screen.
Prime original.
Yeah. Aziz Ansari kind of followed the trends that a lot of like comedians go writers do, where they kind of do their own for their like vanity pictures or whatever, where it's like a new twist on blah blah blah. Like we saw, I'm pretty sure Pete Davidson and Andy Samberg both did their own Groundhog's Day in the same year, or maybe I don't think Pete Davidson did that, but it's a thing where like if you're a comedian that's striking into like directing or just kind of getting a starring vessel, for some reason a lot of the time it's like, let's take one of these like all-time classic ideas that have worked a million times in films. It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Carol style stories, Freaky Friday have all been told a million times, and this is kind of an amalgamation of all of those ideas. And I mean, there were some really funny moments in it, in my opinion. I mean, humor is subjective, but I thought it was kind of a good time. Everybody was funny in it. Keanu Reeves was pretty well done, because Keanu Reeves is kind of this like... Keanu Reeves can really do like two roles, because he's very wooden. He either has to play like John Wick, where he's a stoic badass that does ninja moves but doesn't fucking barely talk, so it doesn't matter that he sounds stiff and wooden. Or on the other hand, he can go back to his old Bill and Ted days and be like goofy stoner kind of doofus with a good heart kind of vibe. Yeah. And they ended up doing the latter with him here, which was, it was pretty fun. I haven't really watched a ton with him recently that wasn't like that Matrix reboot from a few years back, or John Wick.
John Wick.
Or some sort of spoof on that. So seeing him kind of play Ted again in from Bill and Ted, but with a twist, like I liked it. It was fine, and you could tell that he was having fun. I felt like everyone in this movie was having fun, which was good because it kind of leached kind of bled some of the fun off on you. There's kind of the obvious modern kind of like the ultimate moral. I mean, there's a few morals. One is like you're supposed to kind of just be like happy with the good stuff because life's bullshit, and rich people need to stop hoarding wealth so much, which are pretty simple messages and ones that are pretty prevalent today, where douchebags track the richest men in the world's wealth based on stock prices like it's a fucking baseball game or something, and it switches every 5 minutes, and then there's a bunch of shallow millionaires who did nothing but I mean, not necessarily did nothing, but like got rich on investments and then go totally out of touch, and that's something that a lot of people talk about today. So it's relevant in that sense, and I thought it was kind of a cute story on that. I mean, it's not a deep look on like the fucking wealth gap. It's just kind of like a basic thing that's like, wow, I work at DoorDash and it fucking sucks, versus tech bro got lucky in an investment 10 years ago and got super rich, basically. Which is the reality of a lot of people's lives. So it makes sense. And I think it was a nice story to tell, that you can tell these people who have all been rich for a solid amount of time actually have some belief in. And I mean, you hear about, I don't know about Aziz Ansari as much, but I know Seth Rogen and Keanu Reeves have all seemingly done decent stuff for people in the past. So presumably it's something they actually believed in and kind of wanted to tell. So I thought it was good enough. I thought like the romance with Keke Palmer was sweet. It was pretty functional to like kind of create this end goal of like a shining light in Aziz Ansari's character's life to kind of make him want to come back and see the true moral of life, and to not take for granted what you have, and blah blah blah. So it was decent. It was a decent little comedy. Nothing remarkable. I'll probably forget about it in 15 minutes from now, but I thought it was fine. So Aiden, if you could take a second and not loudly beat up Obi while I'm talking, maybe you could start talking, and I'll beat up Obi. Okay, bro's a little needy.
You're gonna get me evicted tomorrow because Connor doesn't want you.
Come here, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's decent. It's fun. It kind of has the Adam Sandler movie problem that a lot of Adam Sandler movies do, where there's like the slow setup, and then it gets funny for a while in the middle, and then it has to have an ending, and so it gets like sappy, and they have all their big heartfelt moments shoved in the back, and the movie stops being funny.
Yeah.
Which isn't it's not a this movie problem, it's kind of genre wide, unless you're making something like as wacky and stupid as like The Naked Gun, where eventually you have to like make a real ending to the movie, and it usually ends up being like Adam Sandler passes away and then comes back to life through the magical love or something.
Or Adam Sandler's like Adam Sandler is a he time traveled from the future and falls in love with Reese Witherspoon, and then at the end of the movie he says, "It's not my time, but I know you have beautiful kids and you'll find happiness one day." And then she cried, like a lone tear comes down as he goes back into the multiverse.
Yeah, something like that. And yeah, I mean Keanu Reeves is well utilized. He kind of just does the one thing well, and he is well cast and utilized here. And he's definitely the best part. They get lots out of him being the weird fish out of water, stoic, awkward man. But everyone else is good too. It would have been nice to have a little more even balance between the comedy and drama in the last like 20 minutes, when all the characters just sit down and cry and explain the theme of the movie to you,
Yep.
and then it ends. But I still thought it was a decently fun time, and the funny moments were actually genuinely pretty funny, and it all worked. It was good enough.
Yeah.
If you missed the era of Click and the one where Adam
Mr. Deeds.
Sandler's mentally handicapped,
Billy Madison.
the other one where he's
Water
mentally
Boy.
handicapped,
Happy Gilmore.
Deuce Bigelow.
Oh, yeah. Deuce Bigelow, the Zookeeper. You know, all of them.
Don't mess with the
Yeah,
Zohan.
yeah. Later on, we got Pixels, Jack and Jill.
Yeah, if you missed that era of movies, it's like one of those, but slightly classier than what Adam Sandler would normally produce, because no one in this movie is, well, Keanu Reeves could be argued to be mentally handicapped, but
In fairness, I think on the kind of Venn diagram, I would say this might fall. This falls. No, I think it is kind of in that Adam Sandler field. I was gonna say maybe it's down a bit in the Will Ferrell camp where there's some sappy shit, but it's more comedy. But frankly, no, it probably has less comedy.
this movie has like almost the exact same ratios as Click.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely like Click or like bedtime stories. Like, it's like mid-era Adam Sandler, because I feel like Billy Madison and stuff. Like, yeah, there's some sappy shit at the end, but most of it's just Adam Sandler running around pretending to be, you know, mentally ill. And yeah, I feel like it's more of that middle era, like 2000s, mid 2000s Adam Sandler. And then there's the modern era, which I don't even want to pretend to know about. I don't watch them anymore, but he still does them.
Yeah. Connor, would you recommend Good Fortune?
Yeah, I'd recommend it. It's I mean, it's not like a it's not a pants shitter, you know. It's not gonna have you bust in a gut, so to speak. But there's some pretty funny moments. Like I thought the part where they show his possible future, and it just fucking sucks. I thought that was pretty funny, and there was some funny bits in it. There was some goofy moments within the movie that landed, and the jokes I didn't particularly laugh at or find that funny. Most of them weren't super cringe-inducing. They kind of just passed over you, which is pretty much all I can really ask for a comedy, since there aren't many comedies that are like end-to-end hilarious. And you know what? I kind of like that the comedy movie is coming back a bit. There's also like we had like the really indulgent. I forgot about this, but Happy Gilmore 2 earlier this year, which was kind of this same format, just not good at all. And this was like decent.
Yeah.
Like everybody actually cared about the movie, which is something that you really can't say often about Adam Sandler anymore. Like Happy Gilmore 2, I feel like he probably must have cared more than he did. He cared more than like when I saw him in Pixels and stuff. But that was just marginal. He still didn't give a shit. So I mean that's kind of the thing. I think support comedy movies that aren't dog shit. It's fine. And I'd be fine seeing more easy comedies that I can turn my brain off for an hour and a half and watch Keanu Reeves make weird jokes about like being a depressed dishwasher who chain smokes cigarettes. Like, that's fine. I'm fine with it. So Aiden, would you recommend Good Fortune?
Yeah, Good Fortune's pretty fun. Nothing all that memorable, but we're in a pretty dry month anyway. Decent little comedy. I don't know. It's nice that comedy movies are back due to the horrific state of cinema, so
Yeah.
kind of cool in that way.
Comedy action is no longer mixed into the to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a monopoly on like summer blockbusters, action and comedy movies.
Yeah.
That just happened. We didn't get any that just happens jokes in this, which I really appreciated.
We should have.
I will kind of amend my recommendation. I think, see it. You can see it in theaters if you're a comedy fan or a fan of any of these stars, and you'll have a good time. This definitely, this would be a fire laundry folded movie. It's like 90 minutes, the perfect time that elapses if you're like me who puts off doing the laundry to like once a month. So you're folding for 90 minutes, you can just kind of really lock in on the laundry on the boring parts, like the last 20 minutes. Like where you get like kind of getting the information so you can get like something of a conclusion, but you don't actually have to really pay attention like that.
You're right.
But I think it was decent. I also think I like seeing comedy movies in theaters because I never fucking stream shit. So, I don't know. My rating is it's worth a watch, but probably more worth it if you just watch it on streaming later, if that's your thing. It'll be on Hulu in 3 months, and it'll probably never leave for eternity.
Yeah.
Actually, it'll probably leave for like 2 months to go to Peacock or something, and then it'll come back, because that's how streaming services work.
Yeah.
Oh no, my favorite movie, Good Fortune, has left Hulu. I must watch it on Peacock this month. Oh, it's back on Hulu now.